The first build combines the paladin and cleric, cause at paladin level 2, you unlock divine smite, which adds extra radiant damage to your weapon attacks. Additionally, gaining the war priest ability from the war domain cleric allows you to use a bonus action to gain an extra attack. This setup is quite strong in the early games, as most characters can only attack once per turn at this stage. Attacking twice is a huge advantage, especially against foes in the early games. With the cleric being a pure spellcaster, it also provides more spell slots. At character level 4, you'll have 4 level 1 spell slots and 2 level 2 spell slots, where you'll have only 3 as a pure paladin. This gives you more uses of your divine smites. Starting as a paladin, you gain lay on hands, allowing you to heal a creature or cure them of diseases and poison. This ability improves as you gain more paladin level, making it a really good starting healing spell. You can choose your subclass at level 1. I recommend going with Oath of the Ancients or Oath of Vengeance. Oath of the Ancients grants healing radiance, healing yourself and nearby allies for 5 hit points and another 5 next turn, making this the best early game healing spell. Going with the Oath of Vengeance grants Inquisitor's Might, allowing you to buff yourself or an ally. Their weapon attack deals an additional 2 radiant damage and possibly daze the enemy for 1 turn. It uses your bonus action, allowing you to follow up with a weapon attack. When it comes to stats, spend 16 points into strength. This benefits you whether you're wielding a heavy weapon or dual wielding 2 weapons. 14 points into dexterity for better initiative and AC bonus. 16 points in constitution, and charisma isn't crucial at this point since you mostly use your divine smites, which are unaffected by your charisma modifier. You can risk back and reallocate your stats. After gaining your paladin aura ability at level 6, at level 2 you unlock divine smite, providing an extra 2d8 radiant damage on a hit. What's great about this spell is that you can trigger it as a reaction, giving you total control over when to apply the extra damage. If you are hitting a foe about to go down, you can choose to apply the damage, saving you from spending another action to finish them off next turn. You also gain several level 1 spells, so feel free to choose based on your needs. Regarding fighting style, I usually opt for great weapon fighting. However, if you have a different playstyle, go with what suits you best. At level 3, we're adding a War Cleric level to maximize this spell. Choosing the War Domain Cleric grants you War Priest. When you make an unarmed weapon attack, you can spend a War Priest charge to make an additional attack as a bonus action. This extra attack is a game changer at this point. Considering most characters are still stuck with 1 attack per turn, you can use this extra attack 3 times per long rest. You also have the option to grab some great cantrips like Guidance and Light. Moving on to Cleric level 2, you unlock the fantastic Guided Strike, gaining a plus 10 bonus to your next attack rolls. When you're about to miss an attack, you can use your reaction to add a plus 10 bonus and turn it into a hit. This is a Channel Divinity ability and can be used once per short rest. And now at level 4, you have Divine Smites and extra attacks. You can jump in battle and launch 2 Divine Smites to take down a boss if necessary. Dipping 2 levels into Cleric provides more spell slots where you only have 3 as a pure Paladin. This makes it one of the best setups at level 4. However, multiclassing prevents you from getting your first feat at level 4. This video focuses on stages before level 5, cause at level 5, martial class gain extra attacks, spellcasters get fireballs and so on. But before that, the right setups can make your progress much smoother leading up to level 5. Afterward, you can make a respect and shape your character into what you want to play. The next one is the Rogue, specifically the Assassin. Rogues at this stage are fantastic. They excel at attacking from stealth, dealing lethal damage, and surprising enemies at the beginning of a battle. They are also the go-to lockpicker for the party. Starting at level 1, you gain Sneak Attack, dealing an extra 1d6 damage. To trigger it, you need to have advantage against your target or have another ally within 1.5 meters of the target. Rogues can use a bonus action to hide before attacking. ensuring always sneak attack your target, and the damage you dice increase every 2 levels. Focus on dexterity and constitution for stats, especially if using a bow. You can obtain additional skill proficiency, and the default setting is pretty solid. At level 2, you gain cutting action, hide, dash, and disengage, allowing you to use them as a bonus action. You can now attack from hiding, gaining advantage, and triggering sneak attacks. Moving on to level 3, choose the Assassin subclass for Assassin's Alacrity. This feature immediately restores your action and bonus action at the start of combat, allowing you to start a fight with a surprise attack and then regain your action after the fight begins, essentially giving you an extra attack. Assassinate Ambush makes sure any successful attack against a surprise target is a critical hit, a really powerful ability. Assassinate Initiative grants advantage on attack rolls against creatures that haven't taken a turn yet. Also a very nice ability to have. At level 4, being a single class allows you to choose a feat. I recommend a Sharpshooter. Ranged weapon attacks with weapons you're proficient with have a -5 penalty on their attack rolls but deal an additional 10 damage. Given that you're often attacking from hiding, the advantage helps offset the penalty. You can also boost your attack rolls by positioning yourself on high ground. For this setup, you want to use the dual hand crossbows. They might take down a boss before they can react. Alternatively, you can also use a light crossbow. An important note, when surprising folks, try not to one-shot them, or they won't become surprised. Next up, the 4-element monk. At the start, you gain Flurry of Blows, allowing you to punch twice using a bonus action and a key point, maximizing your bonus action. Additionally, an armor defense boosts your AC by adding your wisdom modifier when not wearing armor. For your stats, you got 2 options. If you're not using the Elixir of Hill Giant Strength, boost your strength to 17, and at level 4, balance it out with a Terran Brawler feat. Go for Dexterity 14 and Constitution 16. Alternatively, if you're using the Elixir of Hill Giant Strength, ditch Strength, and invest in Wisdom, this makes you stronger by giving you more AC, but you'll need to rely on potions. At level 2, you gain more key points, increased movement speed without armor, and gain patient defense, stab up the wind, dash, and stab up the wind, disengage, giving you more combat flexibility. Moving on to level 3, you choose a subclass. And here I recommend picking the way of the 4 elements. You can choose 3 spells. Fang of the Fire Snake is your top pick. It lets you attack from a distance, dealing an extra 1d10 fire damage and adding 1d4 fire damage to unarmed attacks. Feel free to pick other spells on your preference. Level 4, you gain Slow 4, granting resistance to falling damage. For your first feat, of course, go for a Terran Brawler. When you make an arm attack, use an improvised weapon or throw something. Your strength modifier is added twice to the damage and attack rolls. It just takes your monk to the next level. And this setup also applies to the open hand monk, but I find the 4-element monk is a bit better at this stage. You can consider respeccing into the open hand monk at level 6, where they start to outperform the 4-element monk. Next up we have a pure support build, the combination of cleric and bard. This build turns you into an excellent healer and provides valuable buffs for your party, like Blast adding 1d4 bonus to attack rolls and saving throws. 8 increases allies' maximum hit points. Sanctuary protects allies from being targeted, and control spells like Whole Person makes your folks vulnerable to melee attacks. With spells from the bar, you gain access to a few excellent ritual spells like Long Strider and Disguise Self and Speak with Animal. These are all really handy spells. They don't consume spell slots when cast outside of combat. Start as a Life Cleric, you gain proficiency in all armor and weapons, and Disciple of Life, enhancing your healing capability, making you an excellent healer. For stats, I recommend Dexterity 14, Constitution 16, and Wisdom 16. At level 2, you unlock Preserve Life, a channel divinity ability that heals you and nearby allies for a number of hit points equal to 5 times your cleric level. You can use it once per short rest. Upon reaching level 3, you gain access to new spells, and at level 4, invest a level into the bar to choose the utility spells of your choice. While this spell requires some specific items, the Hellrider's Pride, which provides helm's protection when you heal another creature, it gains resistance against bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. This means every time you heal an ally, you're also granting them resistance to physical damage, greatly increases their survivability. Pair this with a Whispering Promise, you're also buffing them with Blast upon healing. Now let's dive into the melee striker build, the Barbarian. This spell utilizes the powerful combo of Reckless Attack and Great Weapon Master to dish out a massive amount of damage. At this stage, no class handles the Great Weapon Master quite like the Barbarian, thanks to their Reckless Attack, providing advantage on attack rolls. Starting at level 1, you gain access to Rage, providing resistance to physical damage, and grants advantage on strength checks. Keep in mind that Rage ends if you don't attack an enemy or take damage each turn. You also can cast or concentrate on spells while raging. The strategy is simple: rage and relentlessly attack until your foes are defeated. You also acquire an armor defense, allowing you to add your constitution modifier to your AC when not wearing armor, making you remarkably resilient even not wearing armor. For ability scores, Strength 16, Dexterity 14, and Constitution 16. Reaching level 2, you gain Danger Sense, providing advantage on dexterity saving throws against traps, spells, and surface. More importantly, you unlock Reckless Attack, granting advantage on attack rolls, but enemies also have advantage against you. This is a crucial ability, ensuring your attacks hit more consistently. It's the best ability for barbarians. At level 3, choose the Wild Heart subclass. The Berserker is better for throwing builds, and Wild Magic is a bit lackluster. Among the Wild Hearts, the Bear Heart is ideal for tanking, Eagle Heart is really fun to play, and Tiger Heart excels in AoE attacks. Overall, the Wild Heart is the better subclass for melee attacks. When you hit level 4, take the Great Weapon Master feat. Despite the -5 penalty on your attack rolls, the plus 10 damage boost is the game changer. As a barbarian, you have advantage on your attack rolls, you'll still hit your foes. And next we have the druid. Combining your wild shape with the Terran Blotter feat, your wild shape becomes a formidable force. Shifting into beast form also offers additional benefits, such as having extra health pool, and when your beast form drops to 0 hit points, you revert to your normal form. With 2 wild shape uses per short rest, you gain a substantial amount of extra hit points. At level 1, choose your druid cantrips. Consider guidance for ability check bonuses, and Thorn Whip, dealing 1d6 damage while attempting to pull your target closer. For stats, Dexterity 14, Constitution 17. Upon reaching level 5, use the Terran Brawler feat to boost it to 18, and Wisdom 16. At level 2, you can select your subclass. While this build can function with any subclass, I recommend the Circle of the Moon. The subclass uses your bonus action to shift into beast form, a significant advantage over the other circles that require an action. At this level, you got quite a few beast form to choose from: the badger, spider, wolf, and the wolf is really amazing with the exposing bite, turning your next attack into a critical hit. And of course, you have the bear, providing you the largest health proof. At level 3, nothing special, you gain more spell slots and a few new spells. You can also concentrate on a spell before transforming into the beast form. At level 4, you unlock new wild shapes, the Dibroth and Dire Raven. For the feats, you want to choose the Terran Brawler. This feat adds your strength modifier twice to the damage and attack rolls, so I recommend the Wolf, Bear, and the Dibroth, as they use the strength as their attacking ability. You can also drink a elixir of Pure Giant Strength to boost the strength score of any wild shape, so feel free to do so if you have to. And don't forget to boost your constitution score to an even number using this feat. Moving on, we have the combination of fighter and cleric. By choosing the Battle Master subclass, your fighter gains a few combat maneuvers, with the War Cleric granting you an extra attack. You can attack twice in one turn. With the action surge, it becomes 3 attacks in one turn. At level 4, you are a monster. At level 1, Select your fighting style based on your gameplay. Fighters excels with any weapon, whether it's archery, sword and shield, or a two-handed weapon. Stats should be strength 16 or dexterity 16 for archers and constitution 16. Level 2 unlocks action surge, providing an extra action once per short rest, making fighters formidable at early levels. At level 3, choose the Battle Master subclass, gaining 4 superiority dice and access to combat maneuvers. Consider taking disarming attack, menacing attack, and either trip attack or pushing attack. At level 4, instead of taking a feat, multiclass into the war domain cleric for an extra attack, allowing you to attack 3 times in one turn if you use the action surge. So these are my top 7 class setups for early game. If you enjoy the content, please hit the like button. For more Baldur's Gate 3 builds, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.